Alright guys, we've got a lot of big stories coming out of the MMA world right now. Israel Adesanya is demanding a massive $15 million payday for his next fight. Sean O'Malley and Cody Garbrandt might finally settle their rivalry in an unexpected setting. Ian Machado Gary is still pushing hard for a title fight with Islam Makhachev, and there's a very positive update about Tom Aspinall's potential return to action. Let's get straight into it. First up, Israel Adesanya is making headlines again, and this time it's about fighter pay. The former middleweight champion recently reacted to news that British boxer Conor Benn is reportedly set to earn around $15 million for a single fight under the new Zuffa boxing banner. And according to Adesanya, if that's the kind of money being paid out, then UFC fighters deserve the same treatment.
Yeah, like anything, sometimes you need a little something else to spice it up. So now they've got Zuffa boxing for themselves. I mean, Power Slap is still slapping.
I feel like Dana's hunger and the drive that he used to have has gone to the boxing. You see the personal vendetta with Eddie Hearn.
That venom, yeah.
He just loves the challenge. He loves war.
Exactly. That's what, so now he's clocked this game. He's clocked this game. They're the NFL, the NBA of combat sports. So now it's like, I'm gonna go do the same thing in boxing. And already the signees they've had, it's crazy. Conor Benn, Jai Opetaia fighting this weekend as well, crazy. I know what you mean when you talk about the venom, or like the way he's just, that's what he lives for. He fought for the challenge. Yeah. So this isn't challenging, I guess, enough for him anymore. You've proved it to them. So now, again, Zuffa is the next challenge. Zuffa boxing is the next challenge that he set his eyes on. But with that being said, don't forget he started in boxing, of course, but what brought you to the game? This is what got him to be the name Dana White, the UFC president, is this. So I can see why the other fighters, I'm trying to think, how do I feel? Wait, do I feel jaded by it? But I understand, we know these guys are top class boxers. They're the best in the world at what they do, but so are we. This is the UFC. And if one guy can command that kind of money for one fight, and that's from the same company, Zuffa, and this is what's been keeping the lights on, is the UFC. We love ultimate fighting, not limited fighting. I don't feel jaded, but I'm like, I want 15 million for one fight too.
Oh, I mean, if you guys are taking kicks to the head and
not even. I'm just saying,
30 billion.
Yeah, the bonuses has gone up, but that's not guaranteed.
No, I mean, that's a drop in the ocean.
Exactly, but that's not even guaranteed.
Max Holloway and Daniel Cormier are once again entertaining fans with their hilarious back and forth. The two have built a reputation for playful trolling, and during a recent interview ahead of UFC 326, Holloway didn't hold back at all.
You consider him even in that BMF conversation after he's been away as long as he has, and is that something that you would look at doing?
Oh, for sure, why not? You know what I mean? But if you ever got your fat ass off the couch, I'll fight you international fight week, brother. DMF belt.
You think I
that
could
is man? Yeah.
Like in July?
Yeah, we do super heavyweight. First time ever.
Man, I would beat your ass.
No. In an eating contest, maybe. Not even that. You're Ryan. I forgot you're Ryan.
I'm actually gonna go to Hawaii and I'm gonna beat your ass. Bro.
Please come. So many things. Brother, I told your ass. I just called you out on Paramount Plus, dog.
Why?
Because I want a payday. What the crazy, bro? I want to be rich.
Now you would get the easiest fight because I'm done.
Nah, you're not the easiest fight. You could just sit on me, I'll probably die. Look at the size of you right now, bro. No, they are dirty, bro. They're dirty as shit. Look at that. Look like you're kicking the curb. Daniel Cormier stuff. Look how conceited Daniel Cormier is. He put a picture of himself up here. Wow. Daniel Cormier have his own picture of himself up here. He's full of himself, man. That's not the baddest man on the planet, I'll tell you that much.
Meanwhile, another situation is heating up involving Giorgio Pulas and former UFC fighter Ben Askren. Pulas recently spoke out after Askren served as a live commentator during the RAF 06 match between Pulas and Arman Tsarukyan. According to Pulas, he wasn't happy with some of the remarks Askren made during the broadcast. On the Creators Think podcast, Pulas said he was surprised and disappointed by the commentary, especially because he had always been a big fan of Askren in the past.
Talk about Ben Askren, fuck Ben Askren, I'm sorry to say it. I have a lot of respect for Ben Askren, but he was just talking really negatively about you during the RAF broadcast, and I didn't expect that from him. First of all, he said you were on steroids, which you're not, and that's pretty slanderous. Shame on Ben Askren, and I think, I don't know where his health's at, so I'm not, calling him out, but, would you wrestle Ben Askren?
If he wants to put on the shoes, I'll wrestle him any day of the week. I will say it was really upsetting to hear what he said about me. I was a huge fan. I prayed for him in his time of need. I I support the guy. He's a wrestler, and you know, wrestlers are supposed to stick together. It was really unprofessional, the things he said about me. I was shocked to hear this, honestly. You know, I don't know what's going through his head, or if he's just not mentally okay after everything he's went through, but the way he spoke about me was very disappointing, and I'll tell you what, he lost a fan of me.
Yeah, he seemed a little grumpy.
In another corner of the MMA world, former bantamweight champion Aljamain Sterling is growing increasingly frustrated with the UFC. Sterling hasn't fought since August 23rd, when he secured a unanimous decision win over Brian Ortega. Since then, he says he's been waiting for the UFC to book his next fight, but nothing has materialized yet.
I'm not trying to get myself in trouble again, but I just want to fight and make money. I'm 36, you know, I'm not getting any younger. I just want to freaking compete. You know, if I'm going to get another chance, another opportunity to fight for a world title, I got to compete, I got to win. I got to keep winning, I got to keep proving my case. I'm not a fan favorite in the sense of the style, right? But I think a lot of people know who I am. So I got to do a little bit more work compared to some of these other guys, which is fine. It's always been the story of my career, and I'm willing to still continue to put in the work, but I just got to fight though. You know, so that's where it gets a bit frustrating, where you're sitting here asking for a fight, asking for a date. It kind of just keeps getting kicked down the road, and you're kind of wondering, well, is this by design? I hate to say it's by design, but I mean, it almost feels like it, right? So just kind of sitting around, getting old and wasting my youth. That's kind of where I'm at.
So
yeah, I got a lot of good feedback on the interview, which was kind of funny. I was like, "What, you guys just like angry Aljo?"
It was just like you were spitting fire. You were concise, coherent, but it was passionate.
And speaking of potential matchups, there's an interesting rivalry that might finally get settled, just not inside the UFC octagon. Cody Garbrandt recently revealed that a wrestling match with Sean O'Malley could be in the works for an upcoming RAF event.
Yeah, they reached out a few times, so you know, they were trying to set up a matchup with Sean O'Malley next month. So you know, have his team reach out. We're ready to go. You know, we come out unscathed on the fight this Saturday, and we go to Philadelphia and strap on the singlets and go to work. For us to stay in activity, you know, a lot of times we can have months, years, you know, in between fights. So for us to go out there and still compete and still in martial arts as wrestling, to go out there and make some money. You know, they're paying the wrestlers really good as well, and they're holding great shows, so I'm excited to be a part of it.
Isn't the part of you just going to be frustrated that you can't actually just fight Sean O'Malley?
Oh yeah, I tried to get that fight for a while, and now that's, you know, it's, you know, hopefully he'll wrestle me, because he negated the fight for quite some time. We try to get that matched up, you know, so yeah, wrestling will be fun, you know.
Meanwhile, Ian Machado Gary is continuing to push hard for a massive title opportunity against Islam Makhachev. Recently, Makhachev's manager Ali Abdelaziz dismissed the possibility of the fight happening right now, saying the champion is expected to defend his belt against a bigger name. But Gary didn't take that comment lightly. In a response video, Gary suggested that Makhachev shouldn't be asking for extra time if he considers himself the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world.
Islam fight.
He needs more time! And his agent's talking out his arse.
Why is that?
Because Ali's full of shit. Little rat!
Why does Islam need more time?
I don't know. No, I believe Islam's ready to fight. I believe Islam's the very best this world has to offer as a fighter. But don't call yourself the pound for pound greatest on the planet and try push for more time. That's all. Anyone, anywhere, anytime. That's the baddest man on the planet, and the guy who lives by that mantra is me.
And finally, we've got some very encouraging news about Tom Aspinall. The heavyweight contender has been sidelined since suffering serious eye injuries after an accidental eye poke from Cyril Gane at UFC 321. The injury was severe enough that many fans were worried about whether Aspinall would even be able to compete again. But now things are looking much more positive. Aspinall recently underwent surgery on both eyes, and according to a new update he shared on social media, his recovery is progressing well. The post included a short message that simply read "Back to business," which many fans took as a strong hint that his return could be approaching. The UFC's official account even joined the conversation, commenting on the post and adding more fuel to the speculation that Aspinall could be back sooner than expected. And while discussing upcoming fights, Aspinall also shared his prediction for the UFC 326 main event between Charles Oliveira and Max Holloway.
I think it's a good, evenly matched fight. I think that Holloway's a little bit of a better striker. That being said, I think Oliveira's striking has improved a lot, and he's something that I think he's done is his mentality has improved a lot over the years. I think now he's much more willing to exchange. The thing is, Oliveira is much more dangerous on the ground. I think this fight will end up in a couple of grappling exchanges, and I think that Oliveira will win the grappling exchanges. So in my opinion, I think right now, I think that Oliveira is going to.
So that's where things stand right now in the MMA world. Let me know what you guys think about all these stories in the comments below. If you enjoyed the update, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay locked in for more daily MMA news. I'll catch you guys in the next one.